Hey guys, it's Matt or Idaho Pandemic here, and I'm bringing you a tutorial today on how to create this light stroke effect on my YouTube avatar. So the first thing you're going to do is create a new file, 800 by 800 pixels at 72 pixels per inch, and a transparent background. Hit OK, and to be safe, we're just going to click Edit Fill Black. And I've got this 3D text here from Robot. Thanks for that. And I'm just going to drag this into my composition here. And then click that back up. And if you don't have this, any 3D or anything, it's okay. You can just use the regular text tool. But for tutorial purposes, I'm going to use the Z. And now you're going to click your brush, make sure it's at a size of 8 pixels, opacity 100%, flow 100%, and hardness at 0. Now click your pen tool and make a new layer. Make a path for a light stroke. Make it kind of cool, zigzagging in and out. And click your color picker if you have a 3D text, and just select any light color, and then go into the color choices and make it a little bit lighter. Okay, now stroke the path. Tool is brush and no stimulate pressure. Make sure that is unchecked. Click OK, and you have this kind of cool light stroke effect already, but we can do even better on that. Click Control J to duplicate your layer, and hide the layer copy and drag it down. So with layer 3 selected, click Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and a radius from 2.5 to 5.0 would be just fine, but I'm going to stick with 3.4. Click OK, and now I'm going to hide this layer. And on layer 3 copy, I'm going to unhide it and bring up my blending options. Just double click, or you can right click and click blending options. Select outer glow, bring the opacity to about 36%, and again select a light color and then bring it down so it's a little bit darker. And put the size to about 21 or so, depending on the size of your image and what kind of effect you're going for. And click OK. Now, what you're going to do is bring in a layer mask and select your brush and bring it up to about 40 and go to the beginning and double click, go to the end and double click. And the reason for that is so it kind of looks like it fades in, goes around, and then fades out. Gives it kind of an authentic look. And then you're going to decrease your brush size to about 20. I'm going to zoom in for accuracy. And just kind of make it look like it's weaving in and out of your text. Now I could decrease the opacity of my brush around the edges, but for tutorial purposes I'm just going to leave it for now. Generally around 70% or so is good. And that looks pretty good. Let's get it to 100%. Looking good already. Alright, so now that that's done, what you're going to do is bring out your dodge tool with the layer selected, not the layer mask, and just rub over it. It gives it kind of a more light look, if you know what I mean. exposure around 50%. Okay, looks good. Now, with your layer mask selected, press Control left click and unhide your layer 3, select it and add a layer mask, and it applies the layer mask to the other layer so you don't have to redo it. Here. Alright. Wow, that was horrible. So, now what we're going to do is create a new layer, click Edit or Image, Apply Image, OK, and then Control J to duplicate, and click Screen so it gives it a lighter look. And from there you can either grab your burn tool and just darken some areas that need darkened, pretty much the whole thing for me, and then really take the dodge tool and just make it really light in some areas, especially around the corners. Looks really nice. Don't feel afraid to overdo it. Looks pretty nice. Alright, so I think it's done. That is my light stroke effect, and this is Idaho Pandemic, and I'll see you next time. Later.